So you just hit your approach shot onto the green, you smoked one, you hit a beauty, you got a birdie putt, and then 1, 2, 3 putts you're in the hole, you make bogey. Nothing is worse than getting on the dance floor and putting 2, 3, 4, 5 times all over the green, past the flag this way, past the flag that way. Nothing is worse than when you have to keep on putting and keep on putting. Well, today that is all going to change. Now, since you clicked on this video, I'm going to assume that you're not the world's greatest putter. Along with myself, I am nowhere near the world's greatest putter, but I have found some accessories, some putting aids off Amazon that will help you drop your putt count and help you shoot a lower score. So let's get started. So there are pretty much 3 basic rules that you need to get down. Number 1, you need to find the center of your putter's face. Number 2, you need to start the ball off on the right line. And number 3, you need to have the right speed. If you put all of these together, then you will become a hell of a putter and you will start to sink more putts. So Mark, how do I practice hitting the center of the club? That's an easy solution that'll only cost you $2. Mounting Putty. You can go to any one of your local stores. You can order it online, Target, CVS, Walmart, anywhere. They will have this. Now, for its intended use is to hang posters or whatnot all over the walls, but you can use this to help yourself become a better putter, and I'm going to show you how. Now, it's important to make sure you hit the center of your putter's face, because if you don't, then you'll be getting inconsistent results. If you hit the center on some shots, it'll feel a lot different, plus the ball might go a little farther. If you hit it off the toe, if you hit it off the heel, it might not go as far. You'll definitely be able to feel a difference, and that's going to affect everything else with your putting. So in order to get more consistent putting, then you need to find the center of your club face, and using this putty, it'll make sure that you hit the center of your face every time. Alright, so now that we're hitting the center of our club face, the next thing we need to move on to is to make sure that we start our ball on the right line. And for that, I have this Sklz putt gate. Now, this works best if you're at a putting green, but you can certainly use it at home. That's exactly what I do. And the goal of this is to make sure that you start your ball off on the right line, like I said earlier, because if you pull or push a putt, then your read is going to be completely off, and if you're not hitting the ball where you think you should hit it, then you're not learning on how to read greens. If you pull one, then you're going to hit it left. If it's a left to right break, it's not going to break as much as you think. If you push it to the right, then it's going to break way too much. So that's why any sort of putting gate, I like this one in particular, but any sort of putting gate will really help you get more consistent and start to get your ball off on the right line. So for this, as you can see, there are 2 holes here, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then there are 2 holes at the front. If you're at an actual putting green, then you would stick 2 tees in this spot, and then you would just putt this way to make sure that the ball goes through that, and that way you will start your ball off on the right line. If you are not at a putting green, then you could still use this. You don't have to put anything there, but if you wanted to, you can put whatever you want there. I actually have another video that I recently did where it shows you how to stop your 3 putting using all items you can find out in your house. So if you want to check that out, I will link that video in the description. This putt gate will also help you if you're still struggling to find the center of your putter's face. You stick 2 tees, like I said, in these 2 holes. Once you bring your putter back like this, and then you push and hit the ball, but you'll have no choice to hit the center of your putter's face. And that way you're really sort of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, where you're practicing hitting the center of the face, but you're also practicing starting the ball on the right line. So that's why I really like this. I use this quite often every time I putt. So if you have the money, go out and buy one. You will definitely benefit from using one of these. Alright, so now that we're finding the center of our putter's face, we're starting the ball off on the right line. The last and final ingredient to become a good putter is to make sure you get your speed right. And for that, I have this. Now, if you have seen one of these before, or if you do own one yourself, you know how extremely angering, annoying, aggravating this bad boy can be. Now, this is the PuttOut pressure trainer. So what this bad boy does is it makes sure that you hit your ball at the right speed. Now, the perfect putt, scientists say, is supposed to go 18 inches past the hole, and the way that they configured this little slope right here is that they scientifically engineered it to where if you hit it with the right speed where it's going to go 18 inches past the hole, then it will end up in this hole and it will sit perfectly in there. It sort of reminds me of like a carnival game that's pretty difficult to win, and it almost seems rigged because This is extremely difficult, but it's a great putting aid. It's a great tool to help you drop your putt count. I'm gonna warn you that it is extremely difficult to get it up in here because you need to get the line right, but you also need to make sure that you get the speed right. And it's really not that much money, so if you do have the money and you want to get your putting better, I would definitely recommend picking up this PuttOut putting trainer along with the Sklz putt gate. Now all of this stuff is fairly cheap, so if you have the money and you really want to work on your putting, I would definitely recommend going online or looking at your local, there's like a Dick's or golf store, going over there and checking this stuff out, because you will definitely benefit from this and it will certainly help you drop your putt count. I know I haven't uploaded for a while, but we were in winter and I have started school recently, but now that the weather is getting better and school's coming to an end within the next month, just know that I will be uploading more videos more consistently, so be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, I hope you found this helpful and I hope it helps you drop your putt count, because the short game is something that gets overlooked quite often, but it's really something that could help you shoot a lower score if you focus on your chipping and if you focus on your putting. Alright, I will see you next time. Go hit them straight.